A billion Hindus, more than a million Hindu temples, yet only one major temple for Brahma, the creator of the universe? The numbers hint at a deeper story. Somehow Lord Brahma lost the competition for human attention. This is history's first $1 billion grand failure. 890 Common Era Pushkar. An imaginary old priest, Madhava, sweeps an empty Brahma shrine. Only one devotee today, net scholar Vasant Sena. Madhava knows what these numbers mean. A god with no day-to-day use loses followers. To stay alive, the gods must stay relevant. Power fades when its purpose dries up. Brahma built the world, then the world moved on. I'm Sarvajit, and this is the story of the god who lost his audience. Subscribe for more stories of ancient India with lessons for today. You tuned into India's Golden Age podcast. Welcome to India's century. Yoga 500 Common Era. Dust drift through an imaginary temple sculptors Vishwakarma's workshop. The smell of linseed oil hangs in the air as he studies the temple plans for the biggest commission of his life. His patron, the Gupta emperor, bends close and speaks in a low voice. The Vishnu
panels make them magnificent Vishwakarma. People should feel Vishnu protecting them. And Brahma?
Vishwakarma asks carefully. The king waves it off.
In a corner, somewhere.
The moment the king leaves, the tension drops. Later, Vishwakarma's son asks him.
Father, where does the Lord of Creation go?
Vishwakarma points out to the northeast corner niche, barely visible from the entrance.
In northeast corner, standard placement. Tradition boy,
He pauses. Gods
like us craftsmen, need patrons. And nobody bothers about Lord Brahma anymore.
To be honest, Lord Brahma's profile looks unbeatable on paper. There's a problem. Creation happens once. After that, what next? People turn to the gods who keep the world running. Vishnu preserves order, working every day. Demons strike, Vishnu steps in. Crops fail, people pray to him. Shiva takes on the tough duties, removing obstacles, ending cycles, freeing those who seek release. The work of Vishnu and Shiva never ends. As for Brahma, his creation is glorious, but the work is finished. In the economy of devotion, that is fatal weakness. And in religion, as in life, people pay to the ones who can help today. The Gupta inscriptions make it clear. The Allahabad pillar praises Vishnu in detail, but never mentions Brahma. The Eden inscription celebrates Vishnu's avatars, again leaving Brahma out. Copper-plated grand show lands going to temples of Vishnu and Shiva, never to Brahma. Michael Willis's data is blunt. In the Gupta era, there are around 140 Vishnu temples, about 160 Shiva temples, and Brahma has perhaps 3. In Vedic thought, creation is a process. Hiranyagarbha, the golden embryo. Lord Prajapati oversees it, but appears more like a cosmic middle manager, essential for annual creation reports, forgettable at a company picnic. The Upanishads introduce Prajnanam Brahma. Brahma is consciousness. A cosmic idea evolves into a persona. Prajapati evolves into Brahma, forward-faced, seated on a lotus, the mind of universe in a human form. In the Mahabharata era, Brahma's worship existed, but was mainly for elites. Grand ritual, the Brahmotswa festival for kings, fire rituals for hermits. His presence was symbolic, not personal. As the first millennium opened, Shiva and Vishnu stepped into daily life. But Brahma stayed anchored in the past. Temples then became popular. They turned into marketplaces of faith. Patrons favored gods who responded to real needs. Vishnu protects, Shiva transformed, Brahma rests on his laurels. As Brahma's following shrinks, stories emerge to explain why. In one tale, Brahma grows a 5th head, then he lusts after Saraswati, his own daughter. Shiva confronted him, cut off his extra head, and declared him unfit for worship. Some scholars see in this a deeper anxiety about women's agency. Saraswati, goddess of knowledge, is created by Brahma, sexualized by him, and then used as a reason for his fall. In another story, the Trinity argue over who is supreme. An infinite pillar of life appears. Vishnu tunnels down, finds no bottom, admits defeat honorably. Brahma flies up, also finds no end, but lies, claiming he reached the top. Shiva exposes the lie and announces the punishment.
You will have no devotees, Brahma.
Historians point out that these stories appear only after Brahma's worship collapses. Perhaps they are explanations created to make sense of the decline, like generals writing histories to justify a lost campaign. By the 8th century, a quiet grassroots revolt begins. In a village square in Tamil Nadu, a teenage, low-caste girl named Andal stands barefoot and sings to Krishna, blending devotion and desire. My life will be spared only if he will come to stay for me for one night. Her words erase the distance between the human and the divine. People gather, priests watch from the edges, uneasy. Bhakti bypasses them. It makes devotion direct. No sacrifices, no rituals, no gatekeepers. The crowd grows around Andal. She eventually becomes the bride of Vishnu. In this new devotional Bhakti world, Vishnu and Shiva rise, protectors, liberators, sources of guidance and connection. These are everyday needs. Brahma cannot meet them. Brahma made the prison. Vishnu maintains it compassionately. Shiva offers escape. Poets like Andal, Kabir, and Ravidas speak of gods who respond to love, not lineage. So one wonders, was one of the reasons for Brahma's decline theological or a rebellion against caste-controlled religion? The Elephanta caves capture this shift perfectly. The massive Trimurti shows Shiva handling creation, preservation, and destruction all at once. Brahma's function is absorbed into Shiva's. Shiva's updated profile reads, full stack divine solutions. As Indian religion spreads overseas, the pattern repeats. Tamil traders take Vishnu and Shiva with them to Southeast Asia. On deck, a small murti of Vishnu rests in a crate. Next to it is the Shiva Lingam. These gods travel light. Their worship needs only faith and simple offerings. Brahma's complex rites never leave India. By 600 Common Era, Southeast Asia is home to Vishnu and Shiva temples everywhere. Brahma has none. The gods who could be worshipped by anywhere, by anyone, thrived. They became global brands, and Brahma struggled to remain a local brand. What does a creator god's unemployment teach us? Systems survive by letting go. Hinduism stayed rural by quietly shifting its focus. As Brahma faded, other gods gained room to grow. Vishnu and Shiva grew powerful because they competed with other deities and rival philosophies. Buddhism, Jainism. In that contest, they absorbed new ideas. Avatars echoing bodhisattvas, renunciation shaped by Shramana ideals. Brahma wasn't banished. No exile, no decay, just a shrine that emptied day by day. This is India's civilizational democracy, slow, consensual, irreversible. Let us return to Pushkar. The temple was rebuilt in the 14th century, long after the cult had faded. Diana Ek notes that Pushkar isn't preservation, it's a museum piece. Its value lies in being the last of its kind. We're back in the morning of the 9th century. Soft light spills across the silent Brahma shrine. The lone devotee Vasansena turns to priest Madhava.
The Shiva temple nearby is always full. Do you feel sad?
Madhava replies calmly, sometimes, but it is fair.
Life demands intervention. Gods who intervene thrive. Perhaps Brahma's gift is that he made a world where people can choose their gods.
People turn to gods who stepped into the mess of their daily life. The deity has to keep showing up. Relevance decides survival. Preservation, destruction, transformation, that's where the drama lives. And in religion, as in life, drama wins every time. If this story resonated, subscribe for more. Want to go deeper in ancient India? Check out my upcoming novel Zuvadevi to experience the Gupta Golden Age, my first in the Gupta trilogy. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, even creating the whole universe isn't always enough to make a deity go viral. Who's your favorite deity, by the way? Comment and tell us. Jai Hind.